So, in the previous session, we discussed about what, Anjo?
Series data
Series
structure
data
and
structure and
data from the
data frame data structure. Okay, correct. Then, Muhammad, you got the meaning of mutable?
what ma'am?
Mutable. What is the meaning of mutable? In series
Can
data structure and data frame data structure, we use the term value mutable and size immutable. What is mutable?
like whose structure state can be modified.
Ah, correct. We can change the value, that is mutable. Okay. Then, so we discuss about series data structure and data frame data structure. Okay. Series data structure, it's a one-dimensional array and it can store homogeneous values and its values are mutable. What about the size, Meenakshi? Series data structure size? Immutable means we cannot change the size of the series data structure. Okay, Hannah? Okay. So, in the case of series data structure, we can store only same values, same data type values, and the values can be changed, but the size of the value we cannot change. Okay? That means we cannot add one row, or we cannot add one column, or we cannot delete one row, or we cannot delete one column. Okay, if it is in column wise, if it is represented like this, column wise, then we cannot delete one column or we cannot add one column. That is the drawback of series data structure. But in the case of data frame data structure, we can change the value. At the same time, we can change the size also. Okay. In data frame data structure, the size is mutable. At the same time, value is also mutable. That means we can change the size of the data frame data structure. Means we can add one row or add one column or delete one row, delete one column. And the value is also mutable. Means we can replace the values. We can change the content. The name we can change, age we can change, the content we can change. Okay, that is data frame data structure. Is it clear? Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so the main difference, there are 3 points related with this difference: series data structure and data frame data structure. This is one of the important question. What is the difference between series data structure and data frame data structure? So it's a 2-mark question, that is difference between series data structure and data frame data structure. You write the 3 points in sentence and write one example also. Okay. So in series data structure, the first point is it is homogeneous, means same values can be stored. If you are storing string data type, we can store only string values. If it is integer data structure, we can store only integer values. That is homogeneous. And the second point is value immutable. Value immutable means we can change the value. We can replace the content with another value. That is value immutable. The last point is size immutable. Value mutable, size immutable. Okay. If the size of the series data structure is 5, it always 5. We cannot convert it as 4 or 10. That is series data structure. Then write these 3 points and write one example. Which one is the example? draw one array and write a set of values in that array. Is it clear? Is it clear, Amal? Okay. Then what about data frame data structure? The same 3 points. The first point is it is heterogeneous. What is heterogeneous? Elvina, heterogeneous means
which contains different characters or values.
different characters or values, or different data type values are included in heterogeneous or data frame data structure. The second one is values are mutable, and the third one is size is also mutable. Okay, mutable means we can change the value and we can change the size. That is, size is mutable, at the same time value is also mutable. Value mutable means we can change the content. We can change the name, we can change the age value, we can change the roll number value, we can change all the content of that data frame data structure. That is value changeable, value mutable. Then what about size mutable? Size mutable means we can add more rows or we can delete more rows. We can add more columns. We can delete more columns. That is size mutable. But in the case of series data structure, size is immutable. We cannot change the size. Once declared, we cannot change the size. That is size immutable in the case of series, but in the case of data frame data structure, size is mutable. Then write that example. This is the example for series data structure, and this is the example for data frame data structure. Okay? Is it clear, Sharat? Okay. The next we discuss about a series represents a one-dimensional array of indexed data. A series type object has two components. A series represents a one-dimensional. This is already you already completed this topic, isn't it? Sneha?
No, ma'am.
Okay, you write it. A series represents a one-dimensional array of. Anna, what is this 1D? One-dimensional array of indexed data. A series represents a one-dimensional array of indexed data. Indexed data means we are giving some index values for each value. For representing each value, we are giving some indexed values. So, a series represents a one-dimensional array of indexed data. That means a series type object has two components. A series has two components. The first one is an array of actual data, and the second one is an associated array of indexes or data labels. You complete this. Anthony, Anjo, switch on the video. Completed, Anthony?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Ashish completed? So, a series represents a one-dimensional array of indexed data. Means we can use index values for accessing the values of that one-dimensional array. That means a series type object has two components. The first one is the actual value. Actual value is the first component, and second one is a name for that, for representing that value. That is an associated array of indexes or data labels, a name for accessing that data, actual data. For accessing that actual data, we are using a name, a label. So a series type object has two components, an array of actual data and an array of labels, data labels or array of indexes. That labels are known as indexes. Okay. This is the data value. Here, this is one series. In this series, which data type is used, Amal? In this series data structure, which data type is used? What is this 21, 56, 78, 89? What is the type?
In integer.
Yes, correct. Data in this series data structure, we are using integer data type. Integer data type values are used here. So this is the actual series data structure. This is the first part. Okay. Then and to access these values, we are using a label for this 21, the label is 0. For this 56, the label is 1. For 78, the label is 2. And 89, it is 3. By default, index values are numbers starting from 0 to size minus 1. What is the size of this statement? What is the size of this series data structure? Grishma, what is the size of this series data structure? What, Grishma? I can't hear you. That is 4. Okay, Grishma? The size of this series data structure, it is 4. What is the meaning of size? Size means number of values present in that array. How many values are there? 1, 2, 3, 4 values are there. So the size of this array is, or size of this series data structure is 4. Is it clear, Sneha?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So in this data structure, in all series data structure, two components are there. The first component is the actual data. This is the actual data. Then this is the actual data. Then to represent, to name this actual data, we are using another array, another one-dimensional array, that is index. And Joe Anthony Muhammad, switch on the video. Okay, so this is the series data structure. In series data structure, there are two components. The first component is the actual value. This is the actual value. We are storing some integer values here, 21, 56, 78, 89, etc. And for accessing these values, we are using another single dimensional array. Or for naming each value, we are using another single dimensional array, that is index. Is it clear, Anjo? Okay. In series data structure, we are using a one-dimensional array. Basically, it's a one-dimensional array. But when we consider about series data structure, it includes two components. The first component is used for storing the values. Here we are storing the values. Then to access these values or for naming these values, we are using another one-dimensional array. That array is known as index. So here, data of 1 is, what is data of 1, Donna? Data of 1 is 56. Is it clear, Anjo?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So index is used to represent a particular value in a series data structure. So data of 1 means it is 56. What is data of 3, Hannah? 89, correct. So in series data structure, there are two components. The first component is used to represent two are single dimensional arrays. The first single dimensional array represents Lydia. What is the first single dimensional array represents?
Index.
Okay. First one represent index value. Then what about the second one, Lydia?
Data.
Data means it is the actual value. We are storing the actual value in one dimension, in one array, and index is stored in another one dimensional array. Okay. Index is the label given for each of these values. Okay. Just like our name. To represent ourselves, we are using some name. Okay. The same way, to represent 21, we are using 0. To represent 56, we are using 1. To represent 78, we are using 2. To represent 89, we are using 3. Is it clear, Raina?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'll write one other example. This is another example. By default, the index values are integer values. By default means if we are not giving any index value, by default means the system is giving a default value for index. That is by default, index value is integers. That is from 0 to size minus 1. If we are not giving any index value, the index value is 0 to size minus 1. Here the size is 4. So 4 minus 1, it is 3. Is it clear, Anthony?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So If you want to give another index value, we can assign that index value like this. This is the data value 31, 28, 30 and 31. I'm giving index values as January, for January, Jan, February, March, April. Then what is the meaning of these two array? Sneha? What is the meaning of these two array? You just compare these two array values.
Ma'am, index and data is given, and January, the number of days.
Okay, that means
Red.
data of Jan is equal to 31. Data of Jan is equal to 31. That means to represent 31, we are using the word Jan. For represent 28, we are using the word Feb. For representing 30, we are using March. For representing 31, we are using April. Is it clear, Ashish?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So index values are mainly used for naming the data values or labeling the data values. We are using index values. By default, index values are integer numbers, just like 0, 2, size -1. But we can give like this. We can give string as index value. Okay. How we can create this index value, we will discuss it later. Okay. Then, so this is the example for series data structure representation. So we discuss about series data structure representation. In series object, there are two components. What are the two components, Elvina?
An array of actual data and an array that is associated with the index or data labels.
Okay, that is an array. There are two components. The first component is the array that represents the actual values, actual data. These are the actual values included in first array. And the second array represents, it's also a single dimensional array. It is used to represent the label value or name of that data. To represent the name of this data, we are using index value. Is it clear, Muhammad?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then creating series objects. Next heading, creating series objects. There are different methods for creating a series object. So we are moving to programming. Python pandas programming. Creating series objects. Creating pandas series objects. So how we can create a series? That is the next topic. There are different methods for creating a series object. Okay, the first method, create empty series object by using series function. Create empty series object by using series with no parameters, empty series. Parameters means what? What is parameter? What is parameter? Lydia, any idea? Sharath, what is parameter? Okay, the values included in a function is known as parameter or arguments. If you are writing A, B, C, A, comma, B, here A and B are parameters or arguments. Okay. And a single function, if you are using one or two values inside a function, these values are known as parameters or arguments. Is it clear, Grishma?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So we discuss about a series function with no parameter. Means we are not using these values here. It's an empty bracket. We are using empty bracket. Okay. So here series within bracket, nothing is there. That is with no parameter. Creating a series with no parameter. For every time we are using this series data structure, we have to write the first statement like this. In Python programming, if you are using a series creation statement, before creating a series statement, we have to write the first statement as import pandas as PD. Because pandas is a separate module in Python library. Okay. So we have to import the functions from that Python library. After that, we can use this series function. So for using this series function in your program, first we have to import pandas from the Python's library. Is it clear, Vidur?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So always the first statement must be import pandas as PD. As PD means we have to, all time we have to write this pandas. Pandas.series, pandas.series, like that. So instead of pandas, we are giving a small name for this pandas, that is pandas as PD. Import means we have to import all the functions related with these pandas from the Python's library. For that, we write import pandas. As PD means we are giving a duplicate name for these pandas. So instead of pandas, we can write PD here. Okay. So import pandas means we have to import pandas module from the Python's library. For that purpose, we are writing import pandas. As PD means PD is the duplicate name given for these pandas. We can give any name. That is, we can give AB. Instead of PD, we can give AB. Any name we can use here. We can give A. We can give ABC. Any name we can give, but commonly we are using PD for panda, PD. Okay, Grishma?
Yes, ma'am.
The first statement is clear. So for all series creation statement program, the first statement is import pandas as PD. Okay. Okay, Raina?
Yes, ma'am.
You study the statement. Okay. Then import pandas as PD. As PD means PD is a duplicate name given for pandas. So actually we have to write S is equal to pandas dot series. This is the actual statement. Instead of S is equal to PD dot series, we have to write S is equal to pandas dot series. This word pandas is so lengthy. That's why we are using, instead of pandas, we are using PD. Is it clear, Amal? Okay, so S is equal to PD dot series. Series is a built-in function. S is capital letter. Okay, S is capital letter. So S is equal to PD dot series means series is a built-in function to create one series data structure. Series is a function. To built-in function means already declared function. Series is a function that is used to create empty series. Empty series. For creating empty series, we are using this series function. So S is equal to PD dot series within just write one bracket also, empty bracket. Then after executing this statement, one empty series is created and that empty series is stored into S. Okay. After executing this series function, it will create an empty series and that empty series is stored in S. After that, we print this S, print S. Then what is the result? Result is display like this, series, then within bracket, empty list. What is the meaning of this square bracket? Square bracket represents list. List of values, that is a set of numbers in the inside this square bracket is there. Okay, so empty list means there is no value. Here we are using for creating empty series. Series within bracket, there is no argument, means this is a function used to create empty series. Empty series means nothing is there. Okay, is it clear, Meenakshi? Okay. Okay, so the output is, what are the two components? No, it is series. The output is series. The first value is empty series. Empty series means simply one square bracket. And this second value displayed is the type of that data. When we create one series, a set of values are stored, but here there is no value. And the type of that value is stored here. By default, the data type is float. Float is the data type. But in the case of series, it will display like float 64. If it is integer data, it represents int 64. This 64 represents the number of bits. Okay, so if we use empty series, the result is just one empty list and its data type. Here no values are there, but by default the data type is float 64. Okay, if the series include 1, 2, 3, 4, then the result is, it will display like series within bracket, within square bracket, 1, 2, 3, 4, comma, what is the type of this series, Anjo?
Integers.
Integer. So it will represent like int 64. Is it clear, Anjo?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Muhammad,
Yes, ma'am.
is it clear?
Yes.
Okay. What about Ashish?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So Here we are using empty series. So there is no value here. And there is no value, but there is a data type. By default, the data type is float 64. Okay. If you are giving values like this, then the value will display here and the data type is int 64. It will write like this d type colon int 64. That is the output. Okay. So there are different methods to create a series. The first method to create a series is using empty series. Empty series means a series with no arguments. A series with no arguments is known as empty series. For creating a series, first we have to write the statement import pandas as PD. Import pandas as PD. The meaning is that we have to import a pandas module from the Python's library, and we are giving a duplicate name for this pandas. The name is PD. Then, what about the second statement? We have to create the empty list. For creating the empty series, we are using the function series. Before writing series, pd.series, because this series function is from pandas. This series function is from pandas library. For representing pandas, we are using pd. So pd.series. S is equal to pd.series. Then after that, the series is created and the result is stored in S. Then we have to display this S. For that, we will write print S. Then the output is like this. Series is for empty series representation. So there is one empty list. And after that, one data type is displayed. D type colon float 64. Float 64 is the default data type. If you are not giving any data type of, if you are not giving any value, the D type value is displayed like this. Is it clear? Is it clear, Alvina?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Any doubt regarding the first series, empty series? Anyone? Sana? Sana?
Yes, ma'am.
Any doubt regarding this empty series?
No, ma'am.
Okay, it's clear. Anyone? Grishma? This topic is clear for you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Meghna, what about the empty series? Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then next, write the heading, creating non-empty series objects. Creating non-empty series objects. Creating non-empty series object. Creating non-empty series objects. First, we discuss about creating empty series objects. Second, we are discussing about creating non-empty series object. Means in the series function, some parameters are there. some parameters are there. That is the difference. Series object equal to pd dot series data comma index equal to IDS. What is IDX? What is data? Our next class is on Monday, isn't it? Isn't it, Vidur?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So you thoroughly study all these topics, okay? What is the data structure? What is series data structure? What is data frame data structure? And how we can, what is the difference between series data structure and data frame data structure? And how we can create one empty data structure, okay? I'll take one test. If any doubt, you can clarify it with me. You can call me. Starting onwards, we are clearing the doubt, then no problem, we can continue smoothly. Completed, Hannah? Okay. I will take the attendance. And Joe is present.
Sure.
Okay. Okay. Abdul? Abdul is not there. Basil is not there. Hannah is there. Muhammad? Yes. Pavitra is not there. Sharat is there. Sharat? Okay. Okay, okay. Adi is not there. Donna is there.
Yes, ma'am.
Evelyn? 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 No. Lydia? Yes. Meenakshi? Nevin? Nevin is not there. Vidur? Yes.
Okay, ma'am.
Anthony? Okay. Then Amal Raj is there. Grishma is there. Grishma, okay. Raina? Okay. Sana is there. Okay. Meghna is there. Ashish? Okay. Previous class, you're absent. Ashish?
No, ma'am.
You're present. Okay. Elvina? Okay. Okay. You you study these new topics, okay? We are starting with our syllabus based portions, okay? So you study these portions. Monday, I will take one test, okay? Okay, bye.